Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at the biggest headlines in the crypto space. There's also a monstrous size airdrop for XRP holders, so we're going to dig into all that wonderful stuff as well, touching on Binance, touching on a potential Ponzi scheme layer 2 project on Ethereum. We want to highlight all this stuff so you stay safe in the space. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and join us in the Discord. There's over 7,000 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. It's a fantastic community, definitely worth joining us in the Discord, and best of all, it's absolutely free to join. Link down below in the description of this video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here on CoinMarketCap. So the total market cap of crypto globally stands at $1.42 trillion, and that is up 2.78% at the time of recording. It's almost like everybody's digested the news for Binance, and it looks like the market is responding positively, even though Binance have a $4.3 billion fine to basically pay up. So we're going to dig into that and how I guess I feel about Binance. A lot of people talking about whether Binance are going to survive because of this $4.3 billion fine. We're going to dig into all of that and break it down so you can digest it and see why I kind of feel like they are going to survive, and there's not really too much to worry about. But Bitcoin is at 37,468.99, up 2.53% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum at 2,067.16, up 2.34% at the time of recording. But let's get into the headlines. One of the main things that I want to talk about is the fact that the Solana price has dropped as whales move 200,000 Solana or Sol. And, you know, this is obviously seen a bit of a pullback for Solana. So the crypto community was shaken as huge transfers of Solana tokens to Binance involving around 200,000 Sol, worth around 10 million. The action fueled speculation of a likely sell-off, causing Sol's price to drop by 1.89% in the 24 hours just past. So look, what's your thoughts on Solana? I think that Solana is going to do so well in the next bull run, but let me know your thoughts and opinions on Solana. So we're going to have a look at Binance now, and I want to talk about Binance's $4.3 billion fine. I really find myself wanting to say 4 million, not billion, but it is with a B and not an M, and it is an obscene amount of money. I kind of look at this as a bit of an extreme from, I guess, the position of the SEC or the DOJ. If we go take a look at, you know, the fines paid by some of the banks, traditional banks, traditional finance firms, for failures in anti-money laundering processes, we will see, you know, the past few months that there's still been banks, you know, getting fined for this, right? Being found guilty of this. We, you know, go back to December when I last talked about, you know, the discrepancies in, you know, the fines, and you know, back in December last year, there was 5 banks in that calendar month that all paid fines substantially smaller than Binance are having to pay. It does make you wonder, you know, if it's a bit of a money grab from the SEC, bearing in mind the obscene amount of money they would have spent losing to Ripple in the lawsuit, and you know, other things that are going on. It's definitely a head on a stick, and it's definitely going to send shockwaves through the companies in crypto, so much so that most of them are probably not going to work in the US. I want to break down this Binance $4.3 billion fine for people, because there's so many people that, you know, think that they've got to pay this fine up front. That is just not the case. They have to pay about 898 million in the first 30 days, give or take, you know, a few 100,000. They've then got a further 6 months in order to pay 1.6 billion. See, there we go. I keep want to say million because million seems like more of a fair sort of number than billion. But yeah, they got 6 months to come up with 1.6 billion. And then they've got to basically pay the remaining 1.8 billion within 18 months. So look, it's not like they're going to have to fork out all of this money immediately up front. So I just want to, you know, flag that so people have a little bit more understanding of what's actually occurring here. We've got Ethereum layer 2 blast as crypto users split on its impact. So they have an invite mechanism that could be either the best way to obviously onboard users, or it could just be a pyramid scheme. And, you know, it really depends on who you ask. But basically, in essence, you stake your ETH with them. You can't withdraw it until March when it closes. They've got $225 million worth staked already. And, you know, basically they're one of the biggest stakers, I think 7th largest holder of staked ETH. So there's an awful lot going on in the space. You do have to be really, really careful. So yeah, look, again, we'll split people's opinions, but I am very eager to get people's views and opinions on it. Do the science, earn crypto, Coinbase CEOs, others, startup sees record price rally. So can an ERC20 token fix science? And again, he goes into all of this sort of stuff. I think, you know, I'm less inclined to talk about whether, you know, tokenized science is something that's going to come. I'm pretty sure it will, and I'm pretty sure Brian Armstrong will say the same. But I do want to talk about Coinbase, because Coinbase are going to be the #1 crypto exchange in the world. It's just a matter of time, really, before this actually happens. They are the chosen ones. They are the ones that, you know, although you see them being attacked by the SEC, it's not like they're being attacked with others like Kraken, and we'll come on to Kraken in a moment. There's some very underhanded tactics being employed by the SEC, and we're going to dig into those because, you know, I'm a big advocate for Gary Gensler being fired. I think this will happen. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. But yeah, look, I want to talk about Coinbase. Coinbase, there's obviously, you know, a private company now. There is stock available. I think that stock's going to do really well over the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not really a stock person, but, you know, I am contemplating getting some exposure to Coinbase stock. I do think that long term it's going to be the #1 crypto exchange, and we're seeing what's happening with Binance. They are being, you know, basically removed as the top player in the exchange market when it comes to centralized exchanges. We got crypto community responds to Kraken lawsuit, and you know, Deaton has slammed dishonorable Gensler, and I'm going to dig into what this is all about, because a lot of people probably don't know. And that is that basically, if you go back a few weeks, months, Kraken actually paid a $30 million settlement figure with the SEC. And I guess they thought that was going to be the end of it, like, you know, most people would. Now, you know, a lot of people, including myself, were kind of saying that you probably shouldn't settle. You should probably fight it, right? Because actually, we don't agree with, you know, the stuff that the SEC are saying, right, in these lawsuits. So, but they settled, and the reason why they settled was it's actually cheaper to just settle than it is to get entangled in a really long, tedious lawsuit with the SEC. So they thought, obviously, that was the end of it. At least that's my expectations. But now they're being hit with even more claims from the SEC, and obviously this is around, you know, the handling of securities or selling securities, as in like ADA and the other, God knows how many that they've actually highlighted. And I have mentioned that in a short video, so go check that out. But yeah, look, the SEC are not to be trusted, and Kraken are basically warning, or the CEO of Kraken is warning, that you can't run a crypto business in the US, and he encourages people running crypto businesses in the US to leave. And the SEC have not been clear in how you should actually register and stuff like that. Now, the registering aspect of things from the outside looking in just looks like a way for the SEC to save some time. When you register, you're basically registering to be attacked. That's pretty much how a lot of people are seeing it. And you can't regulate crypto or anything really through enforcement. And I'm not the only one that says this here. You got a senator here. The SEC cannot continue ruling by enforcement. My statement on the Kraken lawsuit below, and they've got the actual statement here. So the SEC cannot continue ruling by enforcement. Crypto asset companies have reportedly tried to get guidance from the SEC only to be hit with enforcement action, causing unnecessary harm to consumers. It is time for Congress to pass a regulatory framework to provide clear rules to the SEC on what is a security and what is a commodity. And again, like, I completely align with this sort of stuff. I forgot that I'm not actually sharing it on the screen. There we go. I do agree with this, and I think that it's long overdue. Gary Gensler needs to go. I think that's just a matter of time. But yeah, look, time is up when it comes to Gary Gensler. Now, I do want to cover two more things. One, probably not what everybody's going to want to hear, but then something a lot of people are going to want to hear. So the first thing that a lot of people are not going to want to hear is a 12K Bitcoin crash is still on the cards. Now, this is according to another analyst. It's not ourselves. And I do like to just cover all the details here, right? So 𝗕𝗘𝗪 tells his 764,000 followers on X social media platform that the beginning of the end is here. According to 𝗕𝗘𝗪, a looming massive capitulation event will proceed at the end of the crypto bear market. And we've been saying something similar. Now, I'm not like necessarily aligned to us achieving a 12K Bitcoin, but what I would say is actually, we are aligned on the fact that we expect there to be a quite sizable pullback or crash in the market. The final one, potentially revisiting the lowest lows or surpassing those and setting new lower lows before we then go on the monstrous size bull run. Now, look, I'm well positioned in crypto. I would like to pick up some crypto at cheaper prices, but I'm not actually precious on where we actually move to. We've been accumulating. I think I bought Bitcoin at about $15,800 or so dollars, which was back in sort of November around the newest lows. And I'm quite comfortable with my positions in crypto. Would I like more? 100% I would. But, it's not about catching the bottom for me. It's about, good dollar cost averaging plays. And, these are the things that, did us really well in the previous bear market, bull market. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So yeah, look, interesting. Sometimes what I would say is people are fixated on these price predictions. They're fixated on one price, and they're not always willing to move on. What I would say is, here at Cheeky Crypto, we make price predictions. Sometimes they're very accurate, and sometimes we're just too early with our price predictions. But what I would say is, you perhaps shouldn't stick to your guns when you've got all of these reasons as to why that might not actually be achieved as a price target. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you see a 12k Bitcoin? Really interested to know. So let's come on to the big airdrop. We got Evernode announces airdrop for XRP holders, sets launch date. So the revised launch date is the 18th of December, and this is due to delays on the Exum wallet integration and support of cloning on that particular network. The network recently addition as a side chain on the XRP-L. So yeah, look, I'm going to drop this article in our Discord that covers obviously the airdrop and everything that's going on with Evernode. Really interesting stuff. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, why not hit that like button? It really does support the channel. Leave us some comments. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on all the headlines that we've covered for you today. And yeah, look, subscribe if you haven't as well. And yeah, appreciate you taking the time to catch up on all the latest headlines and, you know, get some of my views and opinions. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I will catch you in the next one.